Now, something you never saw on screen. What's up, guys? Wyland1 here, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers. This is the Kingdom Tigatron. Finally, we can complete Season 1 of the whole cast. Here is the box. Really nice looking box. Nice tiger right here. You have a really nice looking art design of Tigatron right there. Really cool looking. And here is the back. But yeah, finally, we have Tigatron. It's been a while. But now we can finally complete the group. And here is him and Airazor, and we also have Tigerhawk right there, which is a really good look. This is the original Tigerhawk right here from the original series. If you guys are interested in seeing how they stack up right there. Very nice. I just love the scaling of these new Kingdom Beast War figures. And for another size comparison, here he is with Optimus and Rat Trap. As you can see, he is taller than Optimus and Rat Trap, which is really accurate. And here he is next to Cheetor and Rhinox. I like the size. Obviously, a big cat and small cat right there. I never really knew the height difference between Rhinox and Tigatron. I suppose they're always around the same height. There's only a couple of times where they're in the same group, literally together collectively, that you can kind of see the height difference. But either way, I'm not really too mad about this, so it looks good. And next up right here, we have Dinobot and Megatron right here, which is no complaints at all. Alright, now something you never saw on screen was Optimus Primal Transmetal version with Tigatron and Airazor. By the time that Optimus came back, they were long gone, searching the rest of the land after the Quantum Surge, see if anything survived, so they never really were on screen together. So here's a nice size comparison, which I like. I like his size comparison with the current run of the current Maximals, because they look pretty good together. In my opinion. But other than that, Optimus obviously got a lot bigger compared to when he was in Season 1. So I think this looks really nice together. And for the group photo, finally, we have all of the Maximals from Season 1 complete. We have Tigatron, Dinobot, Rat Trap, Optimus, Airazor, Cheetor, and we have Rhinox. You know, it's been a long time. I actually feel very complete now. Alright, so let's take a look at Tigatron up close and personal. It's Tigatron, not Tigertron. I always get that mixed up, but other than that, here he is. He does come with a couple of accessories. First off, he comes with a tail whip, if I guess you want to call it that. Kind of similar to Cheetor's, but Cheetor's has a blade on it, while Tigatron's is just literally a tail that you can fit into his hand. But the better thing is his gut gun right here, which is fantastic looking. It literally is a gut gun, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. So there he is with his gut gun, which looks pretty cool. Actually, both of them in the show had a second gun, which is like their tail gun, which I actually thought looked a lot cooler, but the original figure actually did have that gun. Alright, so here is Tigatron up close and personal, and I love the color scheme, especially on his face. If you can see that, it actually had like a sparkle to it, which is really nice and clean. It's a nice shine to it. The rest of the body that's supposed to be teal is kind of just a matte looking teal, which is fine. But other than that, looking at the rest of the figure, looks great. You get the nice tiger face on the front, which is great. Going down the rest of the body, it's really very similar to what it should be in the show, and I do like how it looks. Also, here they are side by side. Like I said, pretty much very similar figures, just a little bit differences here and there, which it gets me kind of mad because, you know, I know this is a different topic, but Terrorsaw, which I haven't not got yet, he's basically a reused version of Airazor, right? And they could have probably made him a little bit bigger from what I saw in the promo pictures. But other than that, this looks great looking. It literally is big cat and small cat side by side, how it was in the TV show. Minor differences here and there, of course, due to the scale, but pretty much is very similar. I do like the fact that it has, you know, he's not perfectly white. He does have some discoloring on the fur. I don't know if it's just the color of the fur or maybe some dirt. It is, you know, animals have different shades here and there basically, but everything looks really nice. But you can see right here, like over here, it's a little bit browner, brown here, brown on the bottom of the legs right here. So yeah, it's a little bit multicolored, which is great. you know, just being totally white might be too unrealistic, I guess. And which I like about these Kingdom figures, they make them very realistic looking as much as they can. So going to articulation really quickly, he does have a ball jointed head, however, it is very restricted. There's a little bit of a give right there, but it pretty much only goes left and right like that. So yeah, these shoulders over here on hinge joints that rotate up and down like that, forward and back. There's a little bit of a flap right here. You can move it out of the way to get more movement out of it. A bicep swivel right there. 2 joints at the elbow, which is great, and at the wrist, it does have a swivel right there. He does have a waist swivel, which is great as well. Going down to the hips, it looks like it has T-jointed hips, you want to call it that. They do go forward all the way. They go all the way back a little bit. There's a flap right here. You can move this back if you want to get more articulation. It goes outwards. Fantastic. Thigh swivel. 1 joint at the knee right here, and at the ankle right here, he does have an ankle swivel right there, and also pivot inward. Now before I get into beast mode, I just want to show this one more time with him and Airazor, because they were a couple on the show. And of course, they got fused together and became Tigerhawk. Alright. So get a nice good look at that. Tigerhawk honestly isn't in scale as he should be, but it is still pretty good overall, which I don't mind. He's a great, fantastic looking figure. I love Tigerhawk. Probably one of my favorites overall. I just like the tiger and the wings, which is a great look. But yeah, here they are, finally. Alright, so here he is in beast mode, and he looks pretty good. Here he is next to Cheetor. As you can see, big cat, small cat, looks very nice. But here, I actually thought the transformation would be a little bit more similar. It was pretty much the same, give or take. Maybe the difference in the arms, how they go down. But it's pretty similar overall. But yeah, here he is. You can see the different shades of being white and a little bit brown, which I do like, more realistic. His mouth does open and close just like Cheetor's does. But overall, this is a nice looking tiger right there. The funny part about the gut gun is there actually is no place to really store it. You have 2 pegs in the bottom right here, which you're supposed to, I guess, just stick it in there like that. Which kind of makes me angry because, I mean, there is no way to store the gun. You could have just gave us a gut gun for Cheetor as well, but they didn't. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. He's a pretty big tiger, which looks really nice, and I'm pretty happy with it. For articulation, he does have, just like Cheetor, he does have a hinge at the arms right there. At the paws right here, he does have a swivel right there. It doesn't have a ball joint like Cheetor's does though. At the shoulder right here, it doesn't have a ball joint and a swivel, so it goes a lot of decent range of movement, honestly, all the way in and out, up and down, which is fantastic. And the back of the legs right here is pretty standard from the actual articulation of the legs, so you can move it around, hinge it. At the hips right here, it moves as well. Alright, what more can I say about this figure? Honestly, he is fantastic. I think, to be fair, all these new remakes of these characters are great. But, you know, some of them have some differences which you can understand due to the transformation or their beast mode. I feel like Tigertron actually is pretty true to how he was on the TV show, given the transformation, the way he looks, and everything like that. There was nothing that was actually really taken away or given or changed of him. I think the figure actually is pretty accurate to the show and true to form, if you understand what I'm trying to say. He looks fantastic. He looks great. The scaling is nice. Transformation is pretty clean and self-explanatory, and I think it looks great. Other than that, fantastic bunch right here. I'm really happy finally to have the whole season 1 of the Maximals completed. There is the Predacons, of course, but I'm actually going to move over and try to complete my season 2, which was my favorite, honestly, when it had all 8 members. But other than that, great looking stuff right here. I am just blown away. I'm a humongous Beast Wars fan. I grew up on it. I was born in 1986, so around the time when it finally came out, I was a little kid, and I was just glued to Beast Wars every morning. But yeah, other than that, I love it. He looks great, and I am really happy to finally have him in my collection. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe. Do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!